Hi, everyone. Welcome to Curated by Becta's Big Night In number 22. We've got an awesome menu for you this week, so thanks for ordering. I can't wait to go ahead and get started. I can't wait to eat this thing. So we've got these lovely Beverly Creek lamb shanks, local lamb producer, and we've done all the hard work and all the braising and all that stuff. And so I put it on some parchment paper on a baking sheet in the oven with a little bit of salt and pepper, 20 minutes at 450 degrees. Or if you're like me and have a convection oven, do it at 425. Always take 25 degrees off because the air circulates in there. I've got my lovely cheddar and scallion whipped mashed potatoes on the stove here on medium-high heat. We're going to give that a little stir. I've got our lovely sauce for the lamb that's heating up on very low. I've just kind of kept it off to the side. And then I'm preheating my pan here. I'm going to put 1 tablespoon per person of grapeseed oil. You can use canola oil or vegetable oil. And that's going to be for our cauliflower and our lovely mushrooms. And then we've got the salad. Okay, usually salad, just put it together and here you go. But we have a marinating part. So first of all, you're going to get some pickled celery. You want to drain the liquid from that. So just hold on to it and get the juices out of that. And the pickled celery will go right in there. We're going to add some salt and pepper to it. Be generous because the fennel has got a little bit of bitterness in there you want to get rid of. And then we take our sumac vinaigrette and you're going to pour it all in there. Make sure to get it all out of that container because you need the full 2 ounces per person. And this is going to soften up the fennel. I used to be never a fennel guy before. I'll share a little secret with you. My first experience with a lot of alcohol was ouzo with a good friend Dave as a teenager. And ever since then, I just couldn't go anything near a vegetable or a drink with black licorice flavoring. But I've since graduated from that, and now I can have some fennel, and I actually really like it. But fennel needs to be broken down a little bit. So that's why the pickled celery and the fennel, you're going to toss it nicely. Rather than dirtying a bowl, a mixing bowl, you can use the container that it came in. But you're going to want to separate out the delicate watercress. So I've just put it in a little bowl here, and we're going to add that with the shrimp a little bit later because we don't want the watercress to break down the way that we do with the fennel. So give that a really good stir so that all of the fennel and pickled celery are coated. And then we're going to just leave it alone for 10 minutes. Let me get some of this stuff out of here. Again, every once in a while, make sure you're tossing these potatoes. I'm going to turn mine down a little bit because I started a bit earlier than you probably will. And I'm going to put this way off to the side. I've got that down as low as I can. So medium-high heat on your pan for the main course. Let's get the oil warmed up. And the mushrooms and the cauliflower are going to go in there for 5 minutes. And then we're going to add some butter. And then we're going to cook for an additional 4 minutes. So I'm going to kind of ballpark the time. Perfect. I see what I got. I've got the butter ready. I've got the hemp. I've spilled some salt. Perfect. Throw it over your shoulder, as they say. I can't remember which shoulder, so we're going to do it in both. Then we've got the smoked creme fraiche and the toasted hemp seeds. So the shrimp here, which have been marinated in citrus as well, and the watercress are going to go in the box that the fennel and the celery are in so that you get a little bit of that dressing as well. But the prawns have been, or the shrimp have been marinated in the citrus already. So while all this is going on, give this a little stir. Oh yeah, I forgot to add some salt and pepper to our vegetables. I might have been a little shy on the oil, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Feel free if you like. There we go. Give that a little stir. Okay, so we got all this going on. Let's talk about the wine because I'm super excited. For those of you who ordered the wine pairing, you're in for a real treat. So this is a very special, highly allocated white wine that we get from our friends at Stratus Vineyards in Niagara. It's a Viognier, which is one of my most special grape varieties. Very aromatic, very pretty. Mm. It's unctuous, but it's also citrusy. Um, it's got like jasmine going on and a little bit of viscosity. And it's just going to be beautiful with the salad. Okay, and the red we'll get to in a second. Okay, I'm going to actually turn this down or off because I don't want the sauce to reduce too much. We got the bean herb sauce in there, velouté, the chef is calling it. And don't worry if you can't flip your stuff because you can just move it around and that's fine. But when I was a kid, I'm telling you all kinds of stories tonight. I took a job as a cook at Pete and Marty's in Place d'Orleans, and one of my jobs was the omelet station on Sunday brunch, where I would make up to 400 made-to-order omelets in front of guests. And so I got really good at flipping a pan. That was fun. So I never was like a real chef, but I was a cook for a few years, and that's where I got the technique. So just push it forward and give it a pull back, and there you go. Okay, we're going to rock that. So the shrimp and watercress put aside. Let's go ahead and plate the dessert, shall we? So we've got a really interesting dessert for you tonight. So I know you've all heard of carrot cake, but chef does a little spin on this. Why did carrots get all the love? In this case, we have a parsnip cake. So very similar to carrot in terms of textures, but it's got a little more umami flavor and a little more concentration because a lot of carrots these days don't have great concentration. Let me see if I can just pick this up. It might work better. And we've got a lovely chèvre or goat's cheese and lime icing. And then we've got these confit dates. So we cook the dates very slowly until they render out all this gorgeous juice. Pour that around and make sure some of the dates go on top. And make sure to use all of this deliciousness. I'm excited to show off our dates. Here we are. So our parsnip cake with the chèvre and lime icing and the confit dates. All right, now I can make some space for other stuff. Hey Google, how much time's left on the timer? All right, I'm going to need to fill a little airtime here because I got 5 minutes left. We'll see how we roll. Because the lamb has been cooked completely, I might pull it out a little bit early so you don't have to watch me, do this video stuff. I am sure it is going to be just fine. We just want to make sure for you guys that the 20 minutes, it's really warmed through. Yeah, so it's great. Been doing some fun stuff this week, planning Becta's 20th anniversary party, which is really great. So let me put out something fun for you. If you go on Instagram or Facebook and you tag us at Becta_Ottawa or at Becta Dining for Facebook, and you put the hashtag Becta20, we are giving away 2 tickets to a dinner, our 20th anniversary dinner, which is happening on Thursday, May 4th. And it's going to be a 5-course tasting menu with a partner winery that we've been working with since like 2003, which is super exciting. And it's going to feature all of our favorite suppliers that we've been working with over the years. So tag our favorite memory, and it can be a curated by Becta memory as well. Just, again, tag hashtag Becta20 and at Becta_Ottawa for the Instagram or at Becta Dining for Facebook. And we get to repost that, and then you are basically entered into the competition to get your name picked out of the hat for that night. So go and do that. All right, next up, we're going to add the unsalted butter, melted right in there. 4 more minutes, we're going to give it a stir. Okay, I think we're probably close to our 10 minutes now for our salad. So we're going to take the fennel and pickled celery. Probably have a little too much fennel here. How much fennel can one person really eat? Maybe I still have some flashbacks from my childhood or from my teenage years. Yeah, I might not use all of this up, but I do want the sauce in there. And so I'm going to just move the rest of this fennel that is not needed for me. And we'll probably send you some less fennel, but I want to keep all the pickled celery because that looked like the right amount. Come on, come on, you. Last piece. Excellent. Okay, and we're going to take the shrimp, throw it in there with the juice, a little marinade, and our watercress. Pickled fennel over here. All right, now we're going to hit it with some salt. I've got a bunch that I've dropped. Use all that. And some pepper. So this is a 0 bowl finishing. Isn't that great? We're going to give everything a good stir in that dressing because you want the citrus and the sumac vinaigrette to really come through. And then we're going to plate this on top of the salad. Try to divide it evenly so that, you know, the person who's finishing the dish doesn't get all of the shrimp. And if you can, leave some of the hemp seeds or some of the watercress right on top, because every salad looks really pretty with the watercress on top. I'm going to clean these plates up a little bit in a second. After I get all the goodies. And I do this a little more. Oh yeah, let me tell you about the red wine. So we have an Owen H. Boer Côte d'Aron, Syrah Grenache blend from the Southern Côte d'Aron, and it is just delicious. It's got a little bit of an herbal tinge to it, which will be great with the herb veloute that is going on top of the lamb. Now you don't have to use all of the hemp seeds, but they have a really nice crunchiness. And of course, we're going to make some mess on the side, and that's why we're going to clean up the plates. And then, a little spoon for our smoked creme fraiche. And I'm going to put that right in the middle. And if you can do a little cannelle with your spoon, even better. Very nice. Keep rocking with this. All right, paper towels. Let's clean up this guy. Get it all inside the plate. That was a good looking salad. I just love doing these meal kit videos. Hey Google, off. So I guess I took up that 5 minutes. I'm going to turn the oven off before I forget, because oftentimes I forget to turn it off. Clean that up nicely. At work, the chefs have these vinegar moistened towelettes that they use to wipe the stuff, and it's really great. But I don't have those at home. So there we go. We have our citrus shrimp salad with the smoked creme fraiche, the pickled celery, the fennel, and the sumac and citrus vinaigrette. All right, it is time. I can turn this guy off. I'm going to turn the veloute on real quick. Make sure it's warm again. Mashed potatoes that I probably should have stirred a little bit more, but it's still looking good because I turned the heat down. Okay, I think we plate. Here, let me move the salads out of the way. My wife always breaks that down anyway for my son and I, or my son and her. Okay, so mashed potatoes in the middle of the plate, or in my case, I'm using a coupe bowl because I've got that veloute, so I like having a little bit of rise on the rim. All right, mashed potatoes there. Gonna need some paper towel because I made a little mess with that. Okay, and now the veg is happening next. Veggies beside. So the cauliflower, again, try to divide it up equally. Again, I don't know why I do this because my wife then separates it again. But I just want to have a really nice picture for you guys to be able to order from. And the mushrooms going down. And make sure to get the nice mushroomy butter sauce coming down there. We can get rid of the hemp. All right, lamb it is. One of those so I don't burn myself. Oh, this smells amazing. Get it nestled right in there. The mashed potatoes. Turn that off because again, I forget that sometimes. Give it a stir. And the veloute is going to go right on the lamb. And if it spills a little bit into the mashed potatoes, even better. It's basically like gravy at Christmas time on mashed potatoes. Why would you not want that? My cat jumped down here because I think she smelled it. She wants some of that. All right, that's looking pretty good. Clean that up on the side. So there's our lovely Beverly Creek braised lamb shank with the cheddar and scallion whipped potatoes, the cauliflower and roasted mushrooms, and the Finerm veloute. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for ordering. Thanks for watching. And I really hope we get to cook and curate for you again very soon.